Right, let's take a look now at our question of the day, and this is what we want you to engage us on amongst other things today. So what is your message to Banyana as the team makes its debut at the FIFA Women's World Cup this weekend? And that World Cup, of course, gets underway tonight. So let us know, what is your message to Banyana? And this is, of course, their first appearance at the FIFA Women's World Cup. So at Morning Live, SABC, and of course you can use the hashtag Morning Live to get in touch with us about this, our question of the day, and any other issues you'd like to talk to us about as well. And with that, we move on to our stories of the day now, and these are some of the stories in our diary. So former Transnet Treasurer Matane Makgato is expected to continue giving testimony at the Commission of Inquiry into allegations of state capture when it resumes this morning. Also, the Board of Directors at South African Airways is expected to hold a media conference following the resignation of the airline's chief executive, Vuyani Chagana. The bail application of alleged Westbury gang boss Leroy Brown gets underway at the Johannesburg Magistrates Court today. And the case against Fita Coupe, who is implicated in the murder of 7 Vlakfontein family members, will be back at the Lenasia Magistrates Court today. Right, and we move now to our top trending topics, and let's take a look at what's making the headlines trends-wise this morning. First up, hashtag Ramaphosa. This, of course, all to do with the Reserve Bank and statements being issued. President Cyril Ramaphosa saying that the recent spats on the Reserve Bank's mandate has undermined the confidence of the citizens as well as investors. And we saw how the markets have reacted to this. As you heard there, the Rand trading at its lowest level in 8 months as a result of the contradictory messages coming out of the African National Congress regarding the mandate of the Reserve Bank. Right, up next, AB de Villiers. So this is about the Cricket World Cup, and we all know how dismally South Africa has fared. And AB de Villiers, well, he has made it known that he actually approached the head honchos at South African cricket about 24 hours before they actually went to the World Cup. And he offered his services, but he was turned down. And of course, many people, given how the team has fared, are saying, well, perhaps they should have taken AB. My view, you should have known better, AB. And I'm not sure who should have been sacrificed to give a space to AB. But that is why AB de Villiers is trending. And then the final one, hashtag Karima Brown. And this, of course, to do with the court victory yesterday. Karima Brown judgment delivered by Judge Dippenaar, in which she basically won her case against the EFF, where the court ruled that Malema and the EFF violated the Electoral Code of Conduct in the incident involving Karima Brown, where Julius Malema actually posted a message on Twitter that actually showed Karima Brown's contact details, her cell phone number for that matter. And she was then trolled by some people, and they were believed to be EFF supporters. And interesting in what the judgment said, Judge Dippenaar then went on to rule in this judgment, and I just want to put this out there, that Malema and the EFF had contravened the Electoral Code of Conduct, including item 8C, under which every registered political party and candidate must take all reasonable steps to ensure that journalists are not subjected to harassment, intimidation, hazard, threat, or physical assault by any of their representatives or supporters. And this also went on to read this particular judgment, that Malema and the EFF had failed to instruct and take reasonable steps to ensure that their supporters do not harass, intimidate, threaten, and abuse journalists, especially women. And according to the judgment as well, she did not fine the EFF. She stopped short of that. And part of the relief that was sought by Brown was 100,000 Rand from the EFF, and also a public apology. But the judge did not grant that. And she also went on to talk about Brown's role in all of this, saying that she had basically, through her conduct in some ways, triggered some of the events that took place in this regard. So those are your top trending topics this morning.